Hi, and welcome to another installment of My Life in Color. I'm glad you guys could make it. Like I said, we have a special one today because we get to start on the first day of the month. So I hope you guys enjoy. So August is gone and now we're in September. And whereas it's not quite fall because the autumn equinox is not till the 22nd, we're going to start to kind of shift more to the autumnal ways of decorating. So September, you can decorate it however, if you want to keep the summer theme, if you want to do a transition, if you want to focus more on a county fair type theme for half of the month, you can split it up. I went straight into fall. So here we go. So you can do something like this. Now, this is a 2-page spread. And I started off with the Hello September. And what I did was just write this out and did it in kind of a cursive. And what's nice is if you have a brush pen like this, you can get these at Hobby Lobby, but they're a brush pen. So they're real fun for like calligraphy or drawing or whatever. So they're really handy in doing this kind of stuff. And then I went over it with a sparkly gel pen. So, like I said, September, you can do whatever you want. I chose to do acorns and leaves, and I chose a white oak leaf because they're a little easier to draw than the actual red oak or a regular oak leaf, and they're just more fun to, they're more whimsical than the other ones. And so, this little acorn, like I said, and you can put these acorns everywhere. And all you do is just draw a little hat, kind of like that. And then you just draw a little curve, voila. Add a little top to it, cross hatch this, you make an X. And then you've got yourself a little acorn. You can draw those all over, you can make them big, you can make them small. You can keep them like this, whatever color. But the idea is to design placement if you want. So I started out with the September and I had this spot. So I put leaves there. And then down here, I also decided to put a little bit of woodland stuff because we are getting into autumn. So I put some mushrooms and some leaves and a few other little things. But you can put whatever, like I said, if you want to do a carnival theme, because we do have 2 fairs coming up. Yale County is next week and Pope County's is the next. So some do a carnival theme. So for the month, I always do a little thumbnail. This one's a little bigger than some of the ones I do, but it is a month spread because you can see the whole month here. It is nice to have it in front so you can kind of see what you're dealing with. And you also will know that September has 30 days, so sometimes that comes in handy. So I did the month and you can set up however. I do start with Monday, but you can do it however you want to. Also, as you notice, I don't have very much color, as in it's a very selected. Well, I tend to do colored themes. There's a color palette for each month. And this one, we're leaning more towards autumn. So I have the burgundies, the bright oranges, the yellows, the darker greens. Those are the color palettes I've chosen. Now you can add different colors, which is why I added this blue, because September's birthstone is sapphire. So if you want to decorate it that way, you can as well. And so I divided this page as kind of an overview of the month, and you know, I put goals, events, and to do. It can be however you want to. It can be like, say, projects. You want to do some drawing, you want to do some reading, but you know, that can go underneath goals. So here I put drink more water, finish the smash book, and clean up the yard, get it ready for autumn. And you can have set monthly goals here. You can decide to set your daily goal or your weekly goal or anything like that. Over here, I added a to-do. It's never too early to get started for Halloween, especially now that the Halloween stuff is out. So you're almost forced to get it ahead of time in order to get anything. So that's on my to-do list, to just collect Halloween stuff this month. Yale County Fair, you know, because of a club I'm in, I'm going to have to work one of the Saturdays there. So I have to keep that in mind. Exercise and make meals. Every month I try to plan a little better on how to make something. And then you can always keep your events down here, birthdays, whatever, it can all be together. Like this month, it's at the fairs, of course, bullet journaling. There's 3 classes this month. Team Book Club, not to mention Autumn is coming, the 22nd, which is also the Hobbit Day. And then there's a few birthdays this month as well. And if you have openings like this that just have a little filler, you can use washi tape. And I have all kinds of designs, and I've used it for a border, and I've used it for a filler, and then just a nice sticker here. Or you could draw a little apple. And a little apple. It's kind of like a heart, just not a pointed top. So that's how you start your little apple. Then you can color it in. I'll just color it a little bit like this. And then you add your stem with brown or whatever color. And you can make green apples, you can make yellow apples. There are golden apples. I think they're called Golden Delicious. You can add a little bit of pink and make it a pink lady apple. And you've got a little apple, and you can scatter those around. So if you make your acorn smaller as an apple smaller, you can do that. The leaves, the reason I use the white oak leaf is because you do that number, and then you just trace it, and you've got yourself a leaf. Easy, quick to do. You pile a whole bunch of those. You want to make it a wreath, you draw a circle with pencil, and then you just overlay your leaves. And you can do them in pencil first and then color over, and then you have yourself a wreath of leaves. So, and feel free, you can decorate this, like I said. However, some use hot air balloons for carnivals, and you know, it can be cotton candy, apples, just whatever. I just chose autumn because September starts the autumn months for me. So, everyone good on that? Okay. And so remember I said I was going to show you a little bit of how to do washi tape and stickers and combining the different things. Well, this is where washi tape comes in handy. Now you can get all kinds of washi tape between Walmart, Dollar Tree, and Hobby Lobby. There's plenty of washi tape. Oh, and Dollar General, they started having it now, like 5 little things for $1. So I mean, you can pick up all kinds of stuff, and what you do is you use it for decorating. So kind of like a quilt, you take different strips of fabric and you matches it according to a pattern or an idea. That's this idea with washi tape. And so I don't know if you can see, but I took 4 different colors, and it is actually these right here. So I paired them because they're very autumn, but see, you have the orange and the metallic and the little orange to bring it in. And judging on the length, you can cut like this. It was so wide, so I cut it in half. So therefore my tape went longer. Instead of having 1 strip, I had 2 strips, so I can make it go further. You know, and if you don't have like this one, some of these cut nicely. If you want it slender like this, just cut it in half and you have 2 pieces. And that way you can make your tape go longer if you want to. But what I did is I did the corner and then just layered it, just stuck them side by side as close as I could, and then just trimmed the top, and you've got yourself a nice corner. And some of these with the words are great. Also, if you don't want to use washi tape, you can also draw a border design if you want. But this is kind of great to help separate something. It's kind of fun, and in a quick pinch, you can do it. Like, you need to separate it, you just grab your tape and just stick it, and it's perfect. And later, if you don't like it, you can put like a sticker over it here, If it happens to be plain like this one, you can put a cute little sticker over it and make it look like a border with something. So these are another type of leaf I like to draw because, again, it doesn't take a whole lot of time, and if you stick them with different style leaves, it works, and you can color them different ways too. So it's really just kind of an eye, like you're making an eye, sort of, and then you just vein it like that. So you take that and you mix it with the white oak leaf I was telling you about. You get yourself an offering of leaves, and then on top of that, say you want, so you draw the little head, and of course it loops, and then you get yourself an acorn, and then you can just keep on building to where you circle that around, or if you want little wispies or whatever. Also, stickers can be your friend. This is a sticker. And sometimes, like, I'm telling you, you need to sometimes check the Dollar Tree, because this set right here was actually at the Dollar Tree. They had a whole bunch of these seasonal ones, and so I like the seasonal ones because they focus on like leaves and stuff. So if you don't have the time to draw or don't want to draw, you can always get leaf stickers. I think Walmart has some leaf stickers too, and you just stick them however. So this is what I call a thumbprint because, again, it's smaller, but that way it helps me keep track of the month. And I just wrote September, and what I did first was took one of these pens, and that's why I like these pens, because they're perfect for calligraphy. They have this tip, which is like a marker, but this chisel part, this is where the calligraphy comes in, because depending on how you hold it and put pressure on it, it'll give you the wide tip as opposed to the skinny tip, and that's very important to make it stylistically interesting. But I wrote that here, and then where I thought needed a shadow, I just outlined it with black. Just filled it in, which I thought would kind of lift it from the page. So you can almost have like a 3D thing, and you can stack colors on it too. Like if I wrote over here just a little bit, something of a brown, like that over it, it can make it pop out even more. So something to keep in mind. And when you're drawing here, make sure you get a, if you're going to color it with marker, make sure you get a pretty good like pigment one, or else you're going to be bleeding in your colors quite a bit, unless you like the blended look, because sometimes, like on this one, it worked out really nice. You kind of got that brown in there, so it seems a little more natural. You can drink real quick. So, what's fun about starting at the first of the month is you kind of get to plan your month. So, like over here, I have birthdays, and write down everyone's birthday and their date, so that I know when they're coming up. Also, I made a key, and so a key is a great way to mark and make a legend, as it were, for mapping out your events. So like, you have certain events on certain days, you would use a star, and that way if you have a calendar or whatever, you put it on your notebook, you can put a star here and you know, oh, that's my star. Or say you have a birthday and you use a different shape for that, you can put that there, and it's raining. I thought that was rain. And then it's like a diamond shape, and so that works there. But you can have your key, and you can do as much as you want. You can make it as big, different shapes, different colors. Like I have library events, birthdays, EHC events, and my events, which are the ones I do here, and a few other things. You can also put like special holidays. Like I know sometimes in September, like if you celebrate the autumn equinox, you know, put that down. If you celebrate Hobbit Day, you know, make a special thing for that, so that way you can make plans for these, you know, special holidays, and get them ready. Also, what you can do is, and this can be as complex as you want, you can do a full-fledged moon calendar or for the month, because starting in autumn, the stars in the evening sky tends to be real clear because of the crisp, cool autumn. So you can start thinking about moon phases, and it's cooler and it starts getting darker a lot quicker, so you don't have to stay up to like 1 o'clock just to see the stars. And down here I put a little moon phase, and I marked the date when the different phases come. And so, you know, we have the new on the 6th, and then just how it goes through. And you can put it, you can put all 8 of the phases if you want, with the crescent and the gibbous, or you can just stick to the 4, you know. If you know the special names for the certain moons at a certain time, you can also, you know, put that there. And September can just be a thumbprint if you want to write like the story behind Sapphire, or what Sapphire does, or what it means for this month. You know, you can write its protective charms or whatever you like to do with it over on the side, just whatever works for you. And it doesn't be birthdays or keys or whatever, it can be holidays, songs, just whatever you like. Okay, so even though we're starting on the 1st of the month, woohoo, we do kind of have an odd week because we have 2 days that aren't in September. So I did them a different color so that way we would know where they're at, because I didn't put August 30th or August 31st. I put it up here, August 30th to September 5th. And you can do that. You can put week 1, week 2, whatever. Again, I used the washi tape right there, and you can do whatever. So this is a not as thick one, so like if you have a lot happening, you can adjust these. And this is why I like the dotted page, is because you can count the dots and adjust them, but you can eyeball it the same as well. So like Tuesday was a smaller day, so it ended up being a lot smaller slot, whereas Monday's a little bigger. And of course Wednesday and Thursday was a little more because there's 2 events happening, whereas Wednesday is just this event today. So you can play around with it. You can combine the weekends. Like I said, some people have a really crazy weekend and they just throw it all together because it kind of depends, Saturday or Sunday, whenever they get around to it. And it's a really great way to just kind of jot down what the plan is, because that way you kind of know where to base yourself off of. But if you don't make it, that's totally fine. It's just important to kind of know certain events and meetings and stuff you have to go to. And so I had separated these days using different designs. This is tape, that big wide tape. I like the orange color, but it wasn't going to fit, so I cut it down to size. Fortunately, the stripes made it a lot easier to do so, but you can do it with any kind. This is just highlighter. I just took my highlighter marker and marked it. This too, I know it's kind of hard to see, but this is a gold washi tape I stuck there. You can also draw borders like this, or you can create. Now what I like to do is to create a plaid, and you can experiment with the colors, but since I did autumn, and I'll show you how to do this. So you start out with X's for your plaid, and which you just pick whatever color. Like I said, I'm in my autumn color scheme, so it's going to be these. And of course you have the cross thing that goes with it, so we're building the plaid. And I hope it shows up. About right here, you do yellow, and you've got yourself a plaid. And you can do that in a heart, you can do it on the line like this, draw the line, whatever. You can experiment with different colors. It's just something kind of fun to do, and again, it's just pen and ink. So, and then here, just took a marker and just lined it. So that way, nothing fancy, nothing hard. And like if you did this and you wanted something a little more, if you use a light color, something like red or black, can go over it, and you can like design what you want. Ooh, the rain's coming down hard. Wow. So see, and you can design however you want. You can make it leaves, you can make it scrollies. If you have it like this and you want a little more fancy, just take and then just kind of like an S sideways and just scroll. And you've got yourself a fancier design. And if you do it in black, you can make it look like wrought iron if you want, some of the fancy wrought iron designs or whatever. So, and of course down here I did notes. It can be whatever. It can be a gratitude note. So like, this week you're grateful for the rain, or something you ate, or the fact that you can eat food, or you know, something came up and you're just like, yes. It can be for notes, kind of like what's coming up next week, what do I need to do. You can draw and doodle and do whatever you want down here, you know, make a thumbnail, do something, use the washi tape and make a, you know, a border. So it's unlimited what you can do there. And like I said, you can just mix and match, make it work for you. So all right. So this is how a Wiki spread can look. Now I know it looks a little plain right now because this is, I just wanted to do a simple one real quick and show you how to make it elaborate. So divided it into rectangles. So plenty big enough to make your list. You know, we're close Labor Day. And so what I want to show you is on here, say Tuesday, you have a busy day. So you can put up here, breakfast, lunch, and dinner or supper, whatever you call it or refer to it as, or the evening meal. And on Tuesday, if you know you're going to be busy, you might put like, you know, you're going to get a yogurt. And then like for lunch, say you want pizza. And yes, I always use pizza for my examples because I love pizza and it's going to be on my meal sometime. So, and then for dinner or supper, you can put like, I also use chicken Alfredo a lot because I like that too. So, and it can also be like if you're going to have out food or what you call it. But again, this can help with your grocery shopping. So like Monday's Labor Day, you might grill out or cook with some friends and family, you know. Well, if you have some food left over, that can be lunch for like 3 days, 4 days, depending on how much you make. Also, you can learn to reutilize that hamburger patty. If you don't want hamburger patties, you know, cut it up and put it in, you know, make it a taco. You know, put it on something else, turn it into a meatloaf by sprinkling some Dorito chips on it and, you know, just kind of mushing it together. You can do with already cooked meat. So, but also this week is the fair. So you have a busy day. So Tuesday you would like, you have breakfast, and of course you have, see, some people have to drop their kids at school. So I'm just going to put school. And then, so that can be, and you can write out the hours. Some people work, and that will be 9 to 5 for some people. And you can just go through and write like when your lunch is. So your lunch is pizza, and it's at 11. So that way, if you need to meet somebody or someone wants to meet you, you can say, oh yeah, I have lunch at 11. You can write in who they are and then come back to it. So. Now, these, like I said, you can fill up however. You can also stop here for work and then go down and do what you want. You can divide by design. So like, did that. and like get little dots. You can divide by that. You can also take washi tape. Oh no, I'm about the end of my washi tape. And divide it there. The only thing is you'll have to do some trimming, which is why I always carry some scissors. Trim that piece. So you can decorate it and add stickers. This is why I like these stickers. And man, it's raining hard. Sounds like a hurricane outside. So you can take, like I said, I like these because there's different kind of stickers you can use. You can trim these, use them for filler or what you call it. So like this part right here, or like these little stickers if it's important. You can stick it right there, you know. So I like the stickers too, or you could write the stickers or whatever. And let's see. So you can do some designing. Ooh, it's rainy. So that's one thing to do. You can also outline it with washi tape if it's too plain for you. Ooh. It's making a lot of loud noise outside here. It's like windy and rainy and all that. So you can also trim it up like that there. And not to mention you can also draw and design and whatnot. So wow. So like here I just did a little loop and then twist. And then just fill it in like that. And you can do it as long as you want, however you want, and it makes it neat. So down here, after you fill up the week, I went for goals. And goals, I decided, you know, you can do weekly goals and you can do daily goals, and like read a chapter every night. If you don't want to do that, you can read 30 minutes a day. You know, there's all sorts of ideas and things you can do. Down here, you can put gratitude. Things you're thankful for the week, you know, just write gratitude here, and then as it comes up, just say, I'm thankful for the rain. I'm thankful for pizza. You know, small things, big things, just getting used to being thankful for the small stuff, the big stuff, you know, thankful that you're at home with your kids, you know, thankful that you can spend time with them, just anything. And so down here, you always have some, I did two options. One says next week, and then I wrote September here because I want you to see that you can play around with September. So I did it more of like a leafy pattern. This is almost ivy if you wanted to. You can also just simple. Just go like that, September, and then decorate it however you want, and you can just play with it here and there and do that. So that's what I've got for you guys this week. I'm going to stop sharing real quick.